Here we go. We are live. Something has errors here, but I think we should be good to go here with our audio message. Make sure the mic is picking this up correctly. Okay. Yep. So this is a walk and talk on simplicity and doing a lot of a little during the day. So I woke up this morning. I did a check-in with my mom, just a quick check-in. We got a lot of our families in different places today. We're traveling. My son and I are taking our road trip to go to Philadelphia Eagles training camp later on today, so I'm super excited about that. We were going to be going to the Giants training camp. We decided to let him just sleep in. He was up late last night, and we didn't have tickets for it, so we're just going to get on the train, go to the Eagles training camp. We're also going to go spend a little bit of time on South Street. Probably go to Pro Wrestling Universe. I think that's what it's called. The store there on South Street. So fun little day trip to Philadelphia. So I want to talk about morning routine stuff and what kind of what went through this morning and the kind of logic and reason why. So first thing got up, tried to do is here's a daily, like here's the things that I'm going to actually work on today. Here's the things I'm going to do. Here's the things I'm going to allow the universe to take care of, and that is from the Abraham Hicks book, Ask and It Is Given, the placemat method, which like here's the things that I will do, and then here's the things I will allow the universe to do. So did that page, then did a check-in with my mom. Then we have my daughter's going to a new school. We had to order some of the uniforms for her school, so did some original orders. I set up a Notion table to get started because there's like 22 different things that she wanted, but we don't know the sizes. So we did a little bit of a sampling, but set up a Notion table saying like, here's the stuff that we ordered, here's the stuff that we could potentially order on the back end. So got that set up. Then did my weightlifting, which was I did actually bands with what is the system called? Oh, this is bugging me. I'll come up with the name of the system. John Jacquish, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but it's the same bands that are associated with OsteoStrong. So did the bands in the morning, then did a cleaning of the office, now out walking the puppy. I did a check-in with my coach first thing, and then also did a check-in with my health coach. So the check-in with my coach was over Yak. Send me a 2.5-minute message. I sent him a 2.5-minute message back, all during the walk. Then I do a little bit with my health coach. I do a screen grab on Loom. It's on the gyroscope system, so we'll do a video walkthrough, and I do a check-in, just seeing what like feedback he gave in writing yesterday. And then I do my check-in on my mood. And then do like check in, get the updates for the sleep, and then also what happens after that. Yep, we do the updates for the sleep, and then after that we go through and check in on all my metrics from yesterday to get updated. So do that all in the video with some commentary on top of it that happens on site of Loom. Loom's pretty amazing right now. What they're starting to do is taking the transcripts, turning them into documents, turning them into emails. So it's something that I definitely want to experiment with as we start doing some of the sitting down over the next couple of days or a couple of weeks. So some of that computer time will be processing some of those Loom videos and sharing those out with people to build some connectivity and some relationships. So now out walking the puppy, and then that was it. Probably might even go and when we get back here with the goal of getting to 6,000 steps before we end this part of the walk. Then heading towards the goal of 13,500 steps by the end of the walk. Yeah, the end of the walk today. So those are the two. Those are 13,500 steps by the end of the walk. So that's the separate piece. And then we'll go back to my piece of paper for the morning. We'll wake up my son late. He'll probably sleep late today. We'll go grab some breakfast and then take the trip. So it's the audit, and then. So main point is I want to do some finance cleanup. I got a bunch of subscriptions right now that I want to start to get rid of using Rocket Money, which has been great to share like, hey, here's the subscriptions that you're currently paying for. Here's the subscriptions that are coming up, and having a chance to evaluate. I realized I did a consultation with a vet, which was like really great about 6 months ago, and I've been paying for that subscription $35 a month since then, which I just caught yesterday. So stuff like that want to get canceled, get cleaned up, be very mindful of what digital subscriptions we have. And then number two around that is also being able to be mindful about the ones that we have, and then making great use, making sure that we're getting use out of the ones that we're paying for. So it kind of be a metric-based approach to, hey, if we got it, let's use it, and let's create some value out of it. And then it's interesting, actually. Yeah, that's going to be getting the most value out of those subscriptions. So probably do some videos on that, how we're using kind of each one of the tools. And but yeah, I'm excited to dig into Rocket Money, look at some of the look at the stuff that is coming up, look at the stuff that's valuable, and look at the stuff that is not valuable. And it's funny, I called this one a walk and talk on simplicity, and probably and going through an active to-do list for the first, let's call it hour to hour and a half of the day, probably doesn't necessarily denote simplicity as much as but I will say, simplicity inside of the focusing on one thing at a time, doing bunch of different small tasks, and being mindful of the task, mindful and deliberate around the task that we are actually working on and creating. So main project also from a creativity perspective over the next couple weeks is taking these live streams and then turning them into micro clips and smaller clips, and then building kind of squeezing the most juice out of every single word that is spoken. Also doing some improvement of how I'm doing the communication. Right now, these are just like top of brain. This is going through to-do list, going through action items type of stuff, but how do we start to improve some of the communication so it can become more impactful for other people? So long form brainstorms, and this is getting a little bit warm, so I probably will have to start walking back because the puppy's getting a little bit hot here and don't want him to get overheated. The tongue is going a little bit, got to get him a little bit of water and then get him back because I didn't realize it just got hot pretty quickly here. You want some sprinkler water? All right, see, I don't know, can I switch the camera around? Yeah, so we're going to take the puppy back, and might go out for a little bit of walk later on, or because it's going to be a hot day, might do a live stream from inside, which might be fun. I'm going to leave that one here for right now. Hope you're having an amazing whatever day that you are listening to this, and we'll speak soon.